Welcome to the breakdown. I'm your host, Diane Rembert, avid reader, award winning literary blogger, and the founder of Diamond's Literary World, which is my footprint in the literary industry. Today, I want to talk to you about an oldie but goodie. Back in the early 2000s, I remember I was living in South Carolina and working at Dillard's. If any of you don't know, it's kind of similar to a Macy's in South Carolina. And every day on my lunch, I would go to Borders. It was exactly two doors away, just to see what was out, what was hot, what was popping. Of course, the staff got to know me, and they would look out for me. So they would tell me, what I need to look at. I remember very distinctly there was a section over on the far left, but you would have to turn around to see it. It was a triple crown section. It was there that I met the likes of Kawan, Shannon Holmes, Eric S. Gray, the T Styles. The list can go on and on. This particular author, I remember finding out about her there. I'm talking about none other than Black by Tracy Brown. Okay, so this is not a new book. It is like I said, an older book. One that I just never read because I've got such a vast collection of books that this one overlooked me, or I overlooked. Well, a couple of weeks ago, Tracy Brown did an interview, and she mentioned Black. It popped in my head, you've never read Black. So I picked it up the other day, yesterday as a matter of fact, and my journey with these young people from Staten Island began. So it starts out with Kaia. Kaia witnesses her mother murdering her father. She has two older sisters, but they were older, so they would always, their father would come in a drunken stupor. They would run out of the house. They never really hung around to witness some of the things that Kaia was experienced to. Well, as she got older, it was still the same. The sisters would not be in the house, and Kaia's mother developed this hatred, if you will, or distaste for her daughter. And maybe it's because her daughter was a daddy's girl. I don't know. But so they had a very rocky relationship. Very, very rocky. Her mother was very strict on her. She had a sister who would come by and bring her books to read. She had another sister who would just come by, and visit the mother because she took on the mother's attitude towards Kaia. It was one big mess. It was very dysfunctional, if you will. So Kaia is in school, very focused on her books and wanting to please her mother. She gets the attention, or she catches the eye of a young man named Aaron. Now, Aaron had a troubled past, but when he decided to approach Kaia, and this blossoming relationship took off, he decided to make some changes in his life for her. And so they became a couple. Now, Aaron was raised by his older brother, Keith, because his parents were deceased. So he was raised by his older brother, Keith. And Keith struggling to pay bills, keep a roof over his brother's head. Didn't really keep him out of the street like he wanted to. But Aaron got into a little trouble, but again, he gave it all up for Kaia. Now, Kaia has three friends. She has her best friend, Symphony. They were more like sisters. She had another friend, Talia. And then there's Giselle. The girlfriends, they were somewhat happy for Kaia when she got into this relationship, but not everybody was too happy. And then when she turned up pregnant, oh boy. So now she has been kicked out of her mom's home. She moves in with Aaron and Keith. And everything it's a little rocky at first, but they know they'll figure out. Aaron makes a decision. He goes back into the streets. And on the day that their daughter is born, Aaron gets popped. Self-defense. But here's a young black youth in New York. He serves time. Kaia is left now to, she has money that Aaron has left her. Keith is also giving her money. Her friends are helping her out. No family. No family. Like, she is considered now to be the black sheep of the family. Kaia felt so alone, but it was her friend slash sister Symphony, that told her one day, like, you can't, okay, we know that your mother has an issue with you. You can't bank on that. We know that this person has an issue with you, which may be a misunderstanding. You can't, bank on that. You have to love you. You have to love you. Because what actually happens is Kaia, she's left raising this baby by herself. And she's struggling to maintain her relationship. But she gets tempted. And I often say this about these books. Young ladies who are doing bids, are they wrong because they're tempted, and have held out for so long and then just give in? In this particular case, I don't know if I would say she was wrong. I would say she was definitely wrong for who she gave in to. And she was stabbed in the back. She was betrayed by someone that she truly cared about. And this developed a whole bunch of problems. It developed a whole bunch of problems amongst the crews, amongst family members. Again, you'll have to read the book. I don't want to give it away, but it was just, it really was, it was devastating to me. That somebody could stoop that low, allow jealousy and envy to take over, their heart, and make it so black. But at the end of the day, when it all came out in the wash, friendships were mended, relationships were mended, and there was something that happened. It was a tragic scene that happened within the book that brought these friends even closer together. And all I'm gonna say is karma is real, and she will come back and visit you. And when she comes back to visit you, she comes back to visit you 10 times harder. You may think because a person is dead and gone that karma can't come back to visit you. Well, in this particular case, I would say that this person got their just desserts from the grave. Okay? And it was rightfully done. I cheered, I clapped, I was so happy to see this person finally get what was coming to them. There you have it. If you have not read anything by Tracy Brown, let me tell you, newbie authors, if you're looking to study the craft, you would definitely want to pick up a book by Tracy Brown. If you want to see growth, how you can start off, but you come out banging, like you come out with a well-edited book, a good concept, plot twist. Study Tracy Brown. Female authors, male too, but I would especially say female authors. I'm not saying copy her work. Nobody wants to, be sued for plagiarism. Study the craft. This woman here has a long-standing career, because even after Triple Crown is gone, Tracy Brown is still holding her head up. Her last book out was Boss. In the interview, we found out that she's working on Boss 2. I love anything by Tracy Brown. You will definitely see more books here on Diamond's World. Because, as a matter of fact, I think there's one right behind me, a collaboration that she did with Angel Michelle and Kawan, entitled Flirt, I think. So, you'll definitely see me talk more about Tracy Brown. I've also had the privilege of interviewing her twice. So I will drop those links down in the comment section as well. Again, go pick up Black by Tracy Brown. Be in awe. It is an oldie. I'm just going to keep saying that. But I know that they're every 7 years there are recycled readers. So I'm sure there are a set of readers now who don't know about Black. You constantly hear about the White Lines, 1, 2, and 3. You constantly hear about the Dime Piece and the Snapped and the Twisted. You constantly hear about those books. Go pick up Black, okay, and be amazed. Another great job, Tracy Brown. 5 stars, as always. As always, you always deliver. With that being said, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch the video. I want to thank you for all of the support that you show me here on Diamond's World. I also want to thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. If you hadn't done so already, please take a moment to do so now. And just know that I'm enjoying my quarantine time. Like, I think I'm really delving into books, and just love talking about them with you guys. With that being said, happy reading and be blessed.